the 2K Sports pregame show.
Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Welcome, thank you if you're joining us. It's a very special Christmas edition. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with the always jolly Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith,
Merry
who's
Christmas
also
to you, man.
relatively jolly. Yeah,
Do you have my gift?
Maybe I do have. Did I get the gift that you sent me, or do I have a gift for you?
Either or.
No, neither.
Well, I'll get you two of those.
We have a song for you, Ernie.
What's that?
Hit the beat, Kenny. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. It's Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. That's it.
And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And the clock.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. The sports fans are all nestled beside the 2K Sports broadcast as we bring you visions of NBA action this fine Christmas Eve. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Right now, the Pistons are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
And over the course of the season, they'll see these guys 4 times, and they've already dropped the first game. So this is a get-back game. I think confidence-wise, they need to get the win here.
Yeah, it's funny how certain games on the schedule can take on added significance, but I agree. This is a win they'd love to have, especially against the team they'll face twice more after tonight.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak in at point guard. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Aflalo, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. Now Freak following Tobias Harris's 3-point attempt. Now here's Aflalo. He's guarded closely. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Caldwell Pope dishes to Jackson. Baseline jumper. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Kicks it to Anthony. Aflalo outside. Back to Anthony. Lopez is screened. Here's Freak. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Caldwell Pope. 11 points for him in that last game against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
Now here's Freak. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, Freak passes to Porzingis. Lopez a screen. To the middle. Here's Freak. And the layup's good off the glass. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Drummond. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
The Knicks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
At the line for 2.
First free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Outside for Jackson. Misses off the left iron.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Aflalo. And that's now 6 points for Freak. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Drummond a screen. Jackson drives in. That one goes. Count. Jackson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim. Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Harris setting the pick for Jackson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Pass to Porzingis. Lopez a screen. Anthony kicks to Aflalo. New York moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Anthony can't hit.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Jackson, that's good.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now here's Freak. 26 points for him last game against Atlanta. Here's Porzingis. Connects from three-point range.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Drummond. Averaging about 16 points, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. Night in and night out, he's their #1 option offensively.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. Almost every play feels like it runs through him.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in, and New York with a change here too. Spates is checked in. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them. When you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Here's Aflalo following the 3 by Detroit. Anthony nowhere around. And again, New York with the triple.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Here's Caldwell Pope. He has 5. And he gets it to go. Harris has got his second bucket of the game to go. The Knicks have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Aflalo outside. Passes to Freak. Here's Porzingis. Now the feed to Spates. Here's Freak. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Now here's Aflalo after the miss from Reggie Jackson. To the inside. Freak. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Now here's Jackson. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Here's Drummond. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Oh, we got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First in free throw percentage, first in turnovers per game, and they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And you look at their ranking, tops in free throw percentage. I think it speaks to their focus and discipline as a team. They look to capitalize on every mistake.
Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Detroit with the ball. It's a 3-point game. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Yeah, and that was the difference, really. I mean, you think about it, they didn't knock them down at the same rate, and that hurt him.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
First personal foul, teams first.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Anthony kicks to free. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He already has 12 points and 1 assist. You talk about being on, he's been it. Not even 1 missed shot so far.
This is superhuman stuff we're seeing today, guys.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
And both free throws good from Freak. We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. And here's Rivers. There's the pick. And Meeks kicks to Baines. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
There's the dish to Roten. Williams passes to Freak. Anthony on the wing. Wide open. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is good. Spates has got his first basket.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Anthony against Johnson. Meeks dishes to Rivers. Five to shoot. It's rebounded by New York. Freak with it. 14 points for him. Outside Anthony. Down low. Here's Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Freak. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Too easy. Too easy.
Good on both. Nine seconds left in the first quarter. Now, here's Meeks. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
A different look here for Detroit. Harris comes in for Johnson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Jody Meeks. And New York, looking at who they've got. Freak, he's in at the point. Porzingis is out there with Maurice Spates. Then it's Anthony. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks made some major contributions. He ended with 26 points, and a lot of his contribution coming from the charity stripe as he was drawing fouls. This was the latest chapter in what has been a stretch of very good outings for him. Will we see another one tonight, Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Morris is checked in for Moniunas. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Morris. He kicks to Caldwell-Pope. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson drives in. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Morris with the block. Outside Jackson. He dishes it to Caldwell-Pope. Lets it go from deep. And it's Drummond with the jam.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Dishes it to Freak. The pass to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. And he banks in the layup. Anthony's got 5 points now this quarter.
A really strong second quarter in terms of scoring the basketball.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. Morris, left side. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Knicks trail by 3. Anthony, the pass to Freak. Rejected by Harris. They get it back. For the Detroit Pistons, they won their last contest, that game against the Heat at the American Airlines Arena.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
And even 3-on-3 break. And a follow bucket on the assist by Freak. Now just a 1-point Piston lead. For Detroit, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Jackson. 1:36 left in the first half.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Porzingis. It's Carmelo Anthony on the way. Guarded by Harris. Anthony kicks to Freak.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Aflalo. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 5 points a night, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
That free throw, no good.
He did a nice job of getting to the line in the first quarter. He's trying to do the same thing here.
A different look here for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Drummond. And it's Rivers in for Reggie Jackson. That one drops. He ties it up. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Out to Harris. .105 left in the first half. Feeds it to Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. Offensive rebound. Baines. And it's sent back by Spates. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. .52 seconds left here in the second. Harris against Anthony. Left side Harris. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Passes to Rivers. Trying to get back on track. It's rebounded by New York. Spates has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's a Flalo. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
New York's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And there's the feed to Freak. Back to Aflalo. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
He gets it up, and no good trying to get that one. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, I know that Coach has stressed communication on the basketball court. How has that impacted tonight's performance?
It's working right now. We got to respond to some things out there in the game, a couple minor mistakes, but we'll be all right. I feel good about tonight.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Montejunas, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Freak kicks to Anthony. Tipped away. Montejunas with the steal. Oh, that's blocked. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Aflalo, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Free throws.
First free throw is good. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Knicks trail by 4. Anthony with it, guarded now by Jackson. Outside Anthony. There's the pick. Freak. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. The dish to Drummond. He feeds it to Harris. Here's Caldwell Pope. They get it back. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. That's to Porzingis. He kicks it to Freak. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
For Detroit, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
The Knicks making a switch here. Green's checked in, and so Jackson nails both of them.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
And the pass to Porzingis. Outside, Green. He dishes it to Freak. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Drummond with a screen on Green. It's Jackson with the drive. And Montius the basket on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 7th assist here tonight. Knicks trail by 4. Freak kicks to Green. To the middle. Here's Freak. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's Jackson. The Knicks making the shot. Dishes it to Montius. Open shot by Harris. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Porzingis. Outside, Green. Feeds to Freak. Back to Green. Some nice passing by New York here. And stolen by Drummond. Now Detroit moving it up.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Porzingis. That 3 off the mark. Detroit leading by 6. To the inside. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
Now, here's Green. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Anthony. Some solid defense from Harris. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Well, you look at Jackson, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position, and that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
I agree. I mean, their vision, their unselfishness, the connection they have with their teammates, it really adds up to a real wealth of understanding of what to do out there, and it makes them a special group.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Morris comes in for Moniunas. Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Austin Rivers in for Jackson. And a new group in for the Knicks. Spates checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Derek Williams, he checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Roten subbed in for Green.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
You can see where the Pistons rank in the league stats over these last 10 games now. Second in steals, 8th in second chance points. And they're in the top half of the league in challenging those shots. The opponent field goal percentage, the top half of the league. Not bad.
And going back to their steals ranking, you have to appreciate the quick hands. I mean, the ball's never safe when they're on the prowl, and I think that mentality is what bothers opponents.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Detroit.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Here's Rivers. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Freak. Knicks trail by 8. To the left side wing. Spates dishes to Freak. Kicks to Roten. To the paint. Johnson with the block. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Meeks, good. Meeks got the lead up to 10 now for the Pistons. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Pistons leading by 8. Now Rivers inside. Here's Baines. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Knicks foul. Maurice Spates. That's his third personal, the team's third.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Knicks trail by 11. Here's Freak. He's got 27. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Meeks. Freak passes to Roten. 5 on the clock. No luck. The Pistons have gotten 8 of their 11 shots to drop since the break. A great third quarter for them offensively. Here's Meeks, and it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Here's Rivers. Can't get it to go, and New York will come the other way.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Roten kicks the Freak. Meeks with the steal. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Johnson. And the Pistons lead by 13. Freak dishes to Williams. O'Quinn, the pass to Spates. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Spates has got his second bucket of the night.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Baines, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For Detroit, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First one falls for him. Aaron Aflalo. He's checked in for Freak. look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Montezumas comes in for Morris. And it's Jackson in for Jody Meeks. And a new group in for the Knicks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Spates. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Williams. And Freak subbed in for Aaron Aflalo. On the court for the Knicks, Freak, he's in at point guard. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Roten in at the 2 spot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And it's Freak missing. Pistons leading by 11. Rivers kicks to Jackson. 13 feet away. A shot by Johnson, no good. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Anthony can't hit.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and field.
To the inside, and Freak throws it down.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Montezumas. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Knicks ball.
There's a check in for Detroit. Caldwell Pope comes in for Austin Rivers.
Elias Harris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. Down low. Rebound by the Pistons. Jackson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Drummond. And there's the feed to Harris. Back to Drummond. Shot from the wing. No good. Good D by Lopez. Knicks trail by 11. Pass to Porzingis. Takes a 3. And that one's good.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
So it's Detroit now after New York gets the 3. And that one's good.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Freak kicks to Roten. He feeds it to Freak. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
Now here's Jackson. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. To the middle. Jackson has the open look. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Roten. Down low. Here's Freak. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Freak's got 34 points. Detroit leading by 7. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for New York. Now here's Jackson. Out left to the wing. Here's Caldwell Pope. Aflalo pulls it in. Aflalo's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Freak dishes to Aflalo. And And there's the pass to Freak. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Jackson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
A good night for Carmelo Anthony. He's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Shooting for Detroit, Carmelo Anthony, taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Anthony.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Now here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Caldwell Pope's got 19 points. Knicks trail by 8. Outside Anthony. Inside, Freak. Rebound by the Pistons. And here's Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Off target from outside. The Knicks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Deep 2 from Anthony, and right on target. Good.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Drummond a screen. Oniunas passes to Harris. Jackson in the corner. No good on the triple. For New York, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Freak kicks to Aflalo. Pass to Porzingis. Anthony right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Freak. Tries again. And it's Lopez laying it in. And now just a 4-point Piston lead.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
.133 left in the 4th quarter. And the foul called on Freak. Here's Caldwell Pope. The drive by Jackson. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
They can't guard us on the perimeter, so spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. Anthony kicks to Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
He hasn't had as many opportunities at the line as he had in the first half.
2 shots. 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 2
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one, and that brings them within 5.
Yeah, he cuts the deficit a little bit, but not as much as he could have. One miss can make a big difference.
Drummond a screen. Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Harris outside. From downtown. No good. This miss, number 4 in 10 shots.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Now here's Yunus. Rebound by Anthony. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
No room for mistakes right now.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. He dishes it to Harris. Tries yet again. It's good.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Porzingis from the arc. It's Drummond with the rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal. Second team foul. Reggie Jackson. Shooting free throws.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6.
Spread the floor and let's get to the rim. Attack immediately. We're going to extend this game by fouling, so we got plenty of time, fellas. No need to rush.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Off target from three-point range. And so the Pistons take the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but quite a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed.
Listen up, everybody. Reggie Jackson, he can bring it. He's got a lot of skills. He can pass, he can dribble, he can shoot. And tonight, he brought them all. He's a dangerous player when he's focused and locked in.
things haven't been pretty for them lately, but his performance in this win is definitely a step in the right direction. He wanted this one badly. You could tell that right off the bat. He put his game into another gear and was playing angry tonight, fellas.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.